My name is Emma. I am 10 years old, and I live in a small town in the United States. Today, I want to tell you a story about my family. I have a happy family. We live in a white house with a red roof and a big backyard. In our family, there are 5 people. My dad, my mom, my big brother, my little sister, and me. My dad's name is David. He is tall, strong, and always smiling. He works as a firefighter. Every morning, he wakes up early, drinks his coffee, and puts on his uniform. He loves helping people. When he is home, he likes to cook breakfast for us. His pancakes are the best. On weekends, he takes us to the park or for ice cream. My dad also tells funny stories before bedtime. Sometimes I laugh so hard that I can't sleep. My mom's name is Sarah. She is kind and smart. She works from home as a writer. She writes stories for children, just like this one. She sits at her desk near the window, typing on her laptop. She also helps me with my homework and listens to my stories from school. She gives the best hugs in the world. When I am sad, she sings to me, and I feel better. My big brother is Alex. He is 14 years old. He goes to high school and plays basketball. He is very good at it. He practices every afternoon. Sometimes he teaches me how to throw the ball. We fight sometimes, like all brothers and sisters do, but we also have a lot of fun together. He makes silly faces and tells jokes. My little sister is Lily. She is only 3 years old. She loves to play with her dolls and follow me around the house. Sometimes she says funny words because she is still learning how to talk. One day, she called our dog Mr. Woofy Pants, and now that's the dog's new name. Yes, we also have a pet. His real name is Max, but everyone calls him Mr. Woofy Pants now. He is a big, fluffy dog with brown and white fur. He likes to sleep on the sofa and eat our socks.
Every morning in our house is a little noisy, but in a good way. At 7 a.m., the alarm clock rings in my parents' room. My dad gets up first and starts making breakfast. The smell of eggs and toast fills the kitchen. My mom gets Lily ready, brushing her hair and helping her pick a dress. Lily always wants to wear the pink one with the unicorns. Alex is always the last one to wake up. Mom has to call him at least 3 times. When he finally comes downstairs, his hair is messy and he looks sleepy. But once he eats breakfast, he wakes up and starts making jokes. I pack my school bag, grab my lunch, and say goodbye to Max. Sorry, I mean Mr. Woofy Pants. He always tries to follow us to the door, wagging his tail. After school, I come home and tell Mom all about my day. I sit at the kitchen table and eat a snack. Mom listens carefully, even when I talk too much. I tell her about my best friend Mia, what we did at recess, and how we laughed when a squirrel ran into the classroom by mistake. That was the funniest thing ever. In the evening, we all eat dinner together. This is my favorite time of the day. We sit around the table and talk about everything. Dad tells us about the fire station. Mom shares a new story idea. Alex complains about homework. And Lily, well, she sings songs she made up. After dinner, we all help clean up. Then it's time for family games. Sometimes we play board games like Candyland or Uno. Other times we do puzzles or watch a movie together. Max usually curls up next to Dad and snores loudly. Before bed, Dad reads us a story. Even though Alex says he's too old for bedtime stories, he still listens from the hallway. Then, one night, something surprising happened.
That night, as we were getting ready for bed, the doorbell rang. Ding dong. It was strange because it was already 8:30 p.m., and we don't usually get visitors that late. Dad went to open the door. We all peeked from behind him, curious. Standing there was Aunt Rachel. She had a big suitcase and a wide smile on her face. "Aunt Rachel!" I shouted, running to hug her. Aunt Rachel is my mom's younger sister. She travels a lot because she works as a wildlife photographer. She takes pictures of animals and forests, deserts, and even snowy mountains. We never know when she will visit. It's always a surprise. "Hey, kiddo," she said, lifting me up. "I thought I'd drop by for a few days. I missed you all." Lily ran to her with her arms up. "Aunt Rachel, I want a piggy ride." Alex came over too, pretending to act cool. But I knew he was excited. Aunt Rachel always brings cool stories, and sometimes even weird souvenirs. One time, she brought us a rock from a volcano. That night, even though it was late, we all sat together in the living room while Aunt Rachel showed us pictures from her latest trip to Africa. There were lions, elephants, and even a baby giraffe licking her camera lens. We laughed and talked until it was way past bedtime. Dad finally said, Okay, wild explorers. Time for bed. School tomorrow." Lily didn't want to go to sleep. She kept asking if she could sleep in Aunt Rachel's suitcase. The next day, something even more exciting happened. When I came home from school, Aunt Rachel was in the backyard, building something. "What are you doing?" I asked. She winked. "You'll see. But I need your help."
Aunt Rachel handed me a pair of garden gloves and pointed to a pile of wood, rope, and colorful fabric. "We're building a tree house," she said with a big smile. "A tree house? Really?" I shouted. I had always dreamed of having a tree house in our backyard, but I never thought it would actually happen. "Not just any tree house," she said, "an explorer's lookout tower." We started right away. Alex joined us too, acting like he was the construction boss. He measured the wood and said things like, "This beam needs reinforcement." He had no idea what that meant, but it sounded cool. Even Lily helped. She handed us nails and painted little stars on the wood with her tiny paintbrush. It took us 2 days, but by Saturday afternoon, it was done. The treehouse was amazing. It had a little ladder, a tiny window, and even a flag on top that said Adventure Club. Inside, Aunt Rachel had placed old maps, a telescope, and a small notebook where we could write our secret explorer missions. We climbed up and sat inside together, looking out over the backyard. "This is our secret hideout now," she said. "Only family explorers allowed." That night, we had a picnic dinner inside the treehouse. Mom brought sandwiches and juice, and Dad climbed up too, even though he said he was too big for this thing. It started to rain, but we didn't care. We listened to the drops hitting the roof and told stories by flashlight. Then Aunt Rachel said something that made us all quiet. "I might have to go away again soon," she said softly. "Where to?" I asked. "Somewhere far," she said. "Maybe the Amazon rainforest." Lily looked worried. "But who will play dolls with me? And who will help us run the adventure club?" Alex added. Aunt Rachel smiled, but I could see her eyes were a little sad. "That's the thing," she said. "I was hoping Maybe you could keep the club going while I'm gone. We all sat quietly in the treehouse for a moment. The rain had stopped, but inside it still felt like the world had slowed down. Of course we'll keep the adventure club going, I said finally. Right, Alex? Yeah, Alex nodded. We'll take care of it. We'll make missions and everything. Lily clapped her hands. Can Mr. Woofy Pants be in the club too? Absolutely, Aunt Rachel laughed. He can be the guard dog. From that day on, the Adventure Club became a big part of our family life. Every Saturday, we had a new mission. One week, we explored the backyard with our telescope, trying to spot rare birds. Another time, we drew a treasure map and buried a secret box filled with candy and small toys. We even made walkie-talkies out of old soup cans and string, though they didn't really work. Aunt Rachel helped us plan everything. She stayed with us for 2 more weeks. During that time, we laughed more than ever. We made s'mores in the backyard, had a pajama dance party, and told ghost stories that made Lily hide under a blanket. But the day finally came when Aunt Rachel had to leave. We all woke up early to see her off. Her suitcase was by the door, and she wore her big travel backpack. Okay, explorers, she said, crouching down to our level. Time for me to head off into the wild again. But remember, adventure is everywhere. Lily hugged her tightly. Don't forget to come back. I won't, she promised. And I'll send postcards from every place I visit. Then she handed me a small box wrapped in brown paper. This is for the Adventure Club. Don't open it until your next mission. We waved as she drove away, and the house felt quiet again. That afternoon, we opened the box together. Inside was a small notebook with a leather cover, a set of colored pencils, and a note that read, "To the bravest explorers I know, keep the stories going." From that moment on, we wrote every adventure in that notebook.
Weeks passed and life returned to normal, but something had changed. Our family felt even closer now. The Adventure Club became a tradition. Every weekend, we met in the treehouse with Mr. Woofy Pants standing guard below. Sometimes we invited Mom and Dad to join, and even they started adding stories to the notebook Aunt Rachel had given us. We wrote about our missions, our dreams, and the silly things Lily said. One day, she tried to teach Max how to do ballet. Another day, Alex accidentally spilled juice on the map and said it was weather damage. And then, one afternoon, a postcard arrived. It was from Aunt Rachel. It had a picture of a giant waterfall with bright green trees all around it. On the back, it said, "Dear Explorers, today I saw a toucan sitting on a branch, just watching the world. It made me think of you. I hope your adventure club is still going strong. Never stop exploring, even if it's just your own backyard. Love, Aunt Rachel." We taped the postcard inside the notebook. That night at dinner, we all smiled a little more. Mom said, "I think this family has the best stories." And she was right, because in our family, every day is a new adventure. And the best part, we explore it together.
Sure. Here's the English reading of the text. Thank you so much for listening to My Family, an English story for listening. Did you enjoy the adventure? If you did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story. More fun, easy English stories are coming your way very soon, and trust me, you won't want to miss them.